What are facts about your job that general public has no idea about? I'm a massage therapist. I don't care if you didn't shave, but please wash your feet. And please take a shower if you're coming from the gym, or any activity where you were sweating or dirty. If the lotion I use turns brown from working on you, you need a shower. Who shows up for a massage dirty? What is wrong with people? Not too many, but for some reason, the ones who do, really take the "I'm going to make your room smell like shit" to a whole new level. They're usually the ones who come in sick too, but insist it's nothing contagious. Working for giant companies, it's comical how many systems are raggedy messes of bare bones functionality. All available money gets thrown at certain projects, leaving everything else to work on complete shoestrings. If Microsoft Excel decided to stop working overnight, the world would practically end. And the times that someone declares a big enough Excel file a database, that doesn't make it better. It's all spreadsheets and duct tape. Ex-security guard here. We're not there to protect you. We're there to observe and report. Don't assume that just because whatever building you're working in has security, that you're safe. Especially if security is of the unarmed variety. I used to train security guards. I would ask them the following on day 1. What is the main reason companies hire security guards for their properties? Insurance. It saves money on insurance having a guard on site, specifically for things like personal liability, water leaks, and fires. And for good reason. Having someone on site who can look and go, "Oh shit," and call the police or fire department can save millions in potential damages. The difference between an active guard, who can make the decision to call the authorities, and some passive alarm system that can only call a human, is massive. Radioactive contamination can often just be cleaned with Windex, or even water. Windex, my big fat Greek meltdown. I work in IT support. Legit about 80% of all problems are solved by rebooting the computer, terminal, or phone. If not, 20% is pure detective work. Some things that seem simple are extremely complex to figure out, and things that seem hard have easy answers. In IT, you can get deep in a subject really quick and get lost in the complexity. I never worked IT, but I used to help the IT at my job. Once they realized I was very computer savvy, I'd say 90% of issues they had that weren't quick fixes, they would just Google what to do. I was a licensed cremationist for 8 years. Regardless how hard we tried, that wasn't just grandma or grandpa in the urn. I've been single my whole life and plan to be cremated. Nice to know I finally won't be alone. Not single, still want to be cremated. Still like the idea of an urn buddy. I currently work the line at a recycling facility. You all motherfrickers throw a lot of shit away when it could have been given to a charity. Conversely, I worked at a second-hand thrift store, and motherflickers donate a lot of shit that should have been thrown away. If you donate something to charity, make sure it's actually something someone can use. Your old glass baking pan is something we can resell. Your old toaster that doesn't work is trash. A toy truck that your child doesn't want because they're a teenager now is fine. The old stuffed animal that is missing a head is trash. A shirt that was a gift, but the wrong color for you, is something that can be sold. Don't give us your old, soiled underwear. Chef here, 80% of us are alcoholics or addicts. Former restaurant worker here. From my experience, a large percentage also smoke. Mostly related, but I'm a fast food cook. Most fast food employees are apathetic, dumb teenagers who will serve you compromised food without giving a damn. Health auditors are a farce for the public eye. Is that a secret? The secret is that 20% who just raw dog the line. Anesthetics. We only ask about your illicit drug use, so we don't kill you when we give you a general anesthetic, and that you have appropriate pain relief. You'll have a tolerance that we need to counter by giving you a variety of drugs and more of them. No judgment from us on your choices, just want to actually take care of you properly. OMG. When I went in for surgery, my mom was in the room with me and the doc going over day of procedure. When they asked if I smoked any cannabis, my mom immediately jumps in. No. He would never, and I cut her off. Actually, I'm a daily smoker. Probably not the same effect as opiates or other drugs use, but for frick's sake, let me answer myself and not get me killed, mum. It's opposite, wouldn't get you killed. You'd instead risk being awake for the surgery. Daily marijuana users may need up to 3 times more propofol. I work for a department that does tolls by mail. A robot may take your picture, but a live human ends up processing it. We can see inside your car, and we can see you giving roadhead, even in the dark tunnels. So when I got a dozen tolls in the mail last year, each with a clear photograph of my truck on the back of a car carrier, an actual human being looked at the photo of my truck on the trailer and said, "Yeah, I must send the toll bill to the pickup truck's owner." Depends on the state you're in. Some states do the automated systems, and the robots are very bad at their jobs. ER nurse. People get seen by severity, not the order they came in the door. Also, just because you came in by ambulance, doesn't mean you immediately bypass the waiting room. Does your waiting room not have a sign explaining that? Mine does, and I figured that would be commonplace in every emergency waiting room. It does. No one reads that part, just like the "we don't tolerate abuse of staff" part. No one cares. Still getting attacked. ER nurse 2. People immediately turn astoundingly selfish and incapable of reading a situation in the ER. Across the board. Someone who checked in for a 2-week cough sees a girl with jeans soaked in blood from a miscarriage get roomed. I was here first. Why does she get a room before me? Someone watches us code a patient for an hour and a half. As soon as we call time of death, I asked for a blanket and ice water. Where is it? And on and on. You'd think these are extreme examples, but they aren't. They're pretty much every night shit. If you want to lose a lot of respect for humans, work in an ER. I work at a large biotech pharmaceutical manufacturing company. The drugs you take or buy from your local pharmacy are so insanely and meticulously regulated and inspected at every step of the journey, from petri dish to pharmacy shelf, that you could take a pill from a bottle and it can be traced back to the exact room it was made in, the exact equipment that was used, who was responsible for each step, and the time it was made, down to the very second. Seriously, there is no missteps when it comes to GXP. When you call 911, please say your address before anything else. It doesn't matter if someone is actively dying. Say your address first. I'm from a rural area, so this might just be a problem where I'm from. But if you're calling on a cell phone, sometimes it can ping in a completely different spot than you are. If you call and don't say where you are, and we get disconnected, I might not have any clue where to send rescue, police, fire, and therefore I cannot help you. Say your address. If you don't know, then please give like a cross street or notable location first, then preferably your name, then tell me what's going on. A lot of people assume that we automatically have a precise location where they're at, and the systems can be pretty accurate, but you can't always rely on them. If you say the address and we get disconnected, I can at least send someone to the area to figure out what needs to be done. Source: I am a 911 dispatcher, and I have so many people scream at me for not automatically knowing their location.